Good afternoon. Today we have a treat. We're having a Texas Triple Delight. Okay, Rosie's gonna make her famous Texas Twinkies. Okay, that's jalapenos, pretty good sized jalapenos. And then here she has a mixture of sour cream, cheddar cheese, and chives. And she's gonna mix that with some brisket here, chopped up brisket that she happened to pick up somewhere. And then we're gonna wrap those up with bacon. We got bacon here, but we're not gonna use all that bacon. And what I'm gonna do is some Texas Cowhorns, and that's what you call a Anaheim pepper or a Cowhorn pepper, or you could use some banana peppers, sweet or hot. You got to be careful. What I'm gonna do is kick it up a notch and add some jalapeno. I mean some habanero chopped up. And we're also going to do a Texas fireball. These are onions. I got a process on making that and some ingredients that I'm going to add to it. I'll come up to that. But the cow horn is going to split open, which is not hot at all. It's going to be split open, and some of these stick cheeses are going to stick in there. When you buy these, only buy them when they're good enough to be stuffed. Sometimes they're too thin, so you gotta make sure you get a good pepper that's gonna take the stuffing. And when they have them, I get them. If they don't have them, I don't do them. But I usually buy them when I'm gonna barbecue one day and put them on the side. And Betsy's gonna have cheese, and I'm gonna stuff some chopped up habanero inside of there, and have a couple for myself if somebody likes it hot, because they're not hot at all, real flavorful. And I might stick some habanero in some of those peppers for me right there. But the habanero is gonna go inside the onion, and the heat will dissipate once you cook it with the onion, with all the seasoning and everything I put in there, and a piece of onion. And we're gonna have all these three for dinner tonight, and that's what we're having. So Rosie's gonna come work on her Texas Twinkies, and I'm gonna start the process on the cow horn and the onion right now, and have that ready for the stove. We're gonna put them in the stove. We're not putting them on the pit today. We're not cooking any other proteins. That's about it. And that's enough for us to snack on for tonight. Then we have some other leftovers to go with. But that's what we're doing today, and we'll pick it up as the process continues. All right, here we go. Rosie decided we need more onion, green onion. So we're getting the green onion done. And I'm gonna, of course, we wash our hands and stuff. I already smashed up some garlic that I'm going to use, and I have the habaneros right here. Only got two. They're pretty spicy, so I took my time and cut those and took the seeds out and cut it up real good. Wash my hands real good. You know how that is. You gotta watch out. Even after washing your hands, that stuff is kind of brutal. So now we got the onion done. So she's gonna use a little more sour cream to make this. What she's gonna make is this, but she might not have enough. She thinks she's not, but I think it's enough. But who knows? It can never go to waste. We're always gonna use it for something else. Probably a pico de gallo this weekend. And what I'm gonna do with these peppers here, first what I'm gonna do is open up these cheeses, and y'all have eaten these before, so y'all know how it goes. So flip here, but I got my own way of opening it up. One. Hey, Paris. Nothing for you. Here's two. This one didn't quite make the cut. There we go. Bam. Okay. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get mine out the way. That way Rosie's gonna take up the counter. I'm just gonna narrate on hers. So what I do on these peppers here, I'll just split it up like that. Bam, you see that? Even though it's got seeds in there, it's not hot at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sabotage them. But put a little bit of garlic in there. And then here we go with the habanero. Since they're not hot enough for me, I'm gonna sabotage them for myself. Everybody knows. I'll probably put a toothpick in there to let everybody know that that's for me, because I love spicy. Hey, Paris, get down. Okay, so here we go. That's why you got to get a good pepper that's kind of round, that'll take the stack, that'll take the stuffing, you know. So once you get that in there, you just jam it in, just like that. Here we go. And we're going to wrap it with bacon anyway, so here we go. That's one. And this is some good cheese. It's mozzarella, so it doesn't fall out all out, okay? So same thing. I'm just gonna do spike two of them for me, because they'll eat the rest. If not, then I'll just have to old school it. There we go. It's gonna be really nice. I don't put no seasoning on it because the bacon is gonna have some good seasoning. Here we go. There's another one. And this one's just gonna have garlic, because you know, they can't handle the hot stuff. There we go. That's a lot better pepper. You see how it closes up better. But it's all good. Here we go. This is gonna have a little spice to it. I'm gonna put a little bit of habanero. A lot. That's the perfect amount. That was about 2 cloves of garlic. So here we go with this little bad boy. Baby. There we go. And one more. There we go. There we go. Use up all the garlic. Make sure I keep mine separated before we start the cooking. I'll make sure I put some toothpicks or cut the tail down, that way I know which ones are mine. But there we go. Now these are done. I have a lot of habanero left over, but I'm gonna do a couple of those jalapenos, have Rosie tweak mine up, and that'll be it. I'm gonna have her wrap the bacons up. Oh, let me work on the onion. That's the other thing I gotta do. Okay, so let me oh, that's right, I'm gonna need more garlic for the onion. Yep, that's at least another 2 cloves. But what we're gonna do is pick it up a notch. We'll pick it back up once I get the onion. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually chop those up in a little bit. But to start the onion, I'm gonna take off the top and the bottom. That kind of remove the outer skin. Probably better. There we go. Like that. And what we're gonna do, have that ready. this out the way because Rosie's already starting the process there. I gotta film her. So, okay. So I got my 2 onions. Ooh, man, I'm making me cry. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna put this somewhere to put this in the garden. Here we go. All this stuff is gonna go in the garden. I hate to throw anything away that's biodegradable or into my mulch. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, let me pick it up. I'm gonna stop it right now and get everything organized. Hold on. Okay, what we're doing here, I'm working the fireball onion. Okay, what I did the onion, I split it in crossways, just like I did that. And what I did, I put a bacon inside the onion, and then I put habanero, and I put some garlic inside there, and I'm gonna wrap it up in foil and just let it roll. That's a Texas fireball right there. And Rosie's working on her cream cheese. If she's got her cream cheese, she's gonna add the same thing we went over: the green onion, the cheddar cheese, the green onion, some Tony Chachere's, and that's pretty much it. That's gonna be the stuffing for, and add the of course add the brisket later, and we're gonna pick that up. She's gonna start working on her jalapenos, and there's a little trick she does to take the heat off of them. But as far as I'm concerned, right here I'm adding heat to mine because these are non-heated, peppers. So right now I'm working on the fireball, and I wanted to film it, but we're kind of just doing everything together. It's a little awkward because we're putting everything together. So basically that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna place this here, wrap it up, and that's the Texas fireball. I'm gonna got one more to do, and then I'm gonna wrap those up with bacon and put toothpicks in the ones I put habanero in, and take it from there. Okay, we'll pick it back up. Okay, here we go. Got a little bit of skin there. We don't need that. Okay, we got our ready for the onion, the habanero. What you want to do, you want to cut it down, but you don't want to go all the way down. So you got to be very careful and cut it kind of down, but not all the way. There you go. Make your cross. Well, that went all the way down a little bit. There we go. Not all the way down. So you're able to. There you go. Kind of spread it open a little bit, and sometimes it helps if you just dig out the center a little bit. There you go, like that. There you go. Grab myself a little slice of tocino. Okay, so jam that down in there like that. And then we get a spoonful of the bouillon in there like that. And then we're gonna put the rest of the garlic in there like that. I'm going to use all the garlic. I love garlic. I've got some money. One of them knives were going down in price. We're like $4 for $1. Okay, so here's a hub. Oh, it's going to be a good one. But the heat, the habanero kind of dissipates, after the cook. But we'll see about that. I might be the only one eating that. Okay, so here's the layout. Get rid of the trash. And here we go with the layout. And y'all pretty much, everybody knows how to do the onions in the oven or the pit. You could do these in the pit. This is good, Pretty much that's it. All that bacon is gonna juice it up. The onion's gonna juice it up, and y'all know how it's gonna look, but the flavor's gonna be incredible. Okay. Watch out for that. It's hot. Back in there, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna come back and let Rosie do her little magic on them peppers, and I'm gonna pick it up and narrate from there. Here we are. Rosie's gonna go ahead and do one and show you how she does it. She cuts it long ways.
Not all the way.
And opens it up.
Like a T. Then you can use gloves because this stuff will get hot. Now just scoop it out. Go all the way around it. All the way around it. Go down the middle.
Oh, there
There you
she.
go.
Wow, there it is.
That's it. Get it out.
Perez, she wants a chile.
Gut it out. Clean it out. Rinse it out.
She's gonna rinse, do all
And
that.
that's what I'm going to do with all of them.
Well, you know, she makes them. Sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're not. Seems to me every time I get one, she makes is never hot. So, but I see some of those have some stripes on there, so I know they're gonna be hot. So basically, that's the process. So we're gonna go ahead and stop it, and then we'll come back to the stuffing process. And we got the other ones. She informed me that she's not gonna want none of these cow horns, so I went ahead and utilized the rest of the habanero and all 5. So I'm gonna. They're all good with those beef ones, but those are gonna be for me next few days. I have them as an extra. She's got her little stuffing over there, so we'll pick it back up once she.
I'm going to cook them first.
You gonna what?
I cook them before I stuff them.
Oh, she cooks them before she stuffs them. That's what she does. How you gonna cook them in the?
Oh, right there. For about 15 minutes.
Oh, roast them, you mean, on the oven?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just,
Well, I never did that to those, but I don't think they're thinner than. It should be all right. Well, we'll pick it back up. And here we are. We're back at Rosie's technique. She already gutted them all out, took all the seeds out, cleaned them real good, rinsed them off real good. And what she's gonna do is put them in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes at 250 degrees. Okay, and I already got my fireball onions in there getting started. And then after she does that, she's got another process that she does to get the heat off of them, and we'll pick it back up. Okay, Rosie's got her rolling technique here for the Texas Cowhorn, and she's getting that thin bacon. You got to get the real thin bacons, that way they wrap around real good. But I'm sure everybody knows that. That's her little technique there. She's laying them down. That's a perfect tortilla size Cowhorn, let me tell you. And it's gonna have some heat because I have those the habanero in there and the garlic, so it's gonna be very flavorful. I didn't put no seasoning. That's other than that. The bacon itself has plenty of seasoning, and they're gonna come out pretty good. There we go. And you can put these in a pit, but we're gonna do the oven. We're using the oven. We're sitting on. I went fishing this morning. I had enough of sun. I got fish to clean today. This evening I'm cleaning some fish because I did all right with my little fishing, and we're gonna stock that up in the freezer for a later use. Some ceviche, fish fry, fish soup. We got a lot of videos coming up, a lot of meals for the family, and that's the final wrap right there for the Cowhorn, the Texas Cowhorn, making his debut here at the Flores Family, along with the Texas Twinkie and the Texas Fireball. Those are going to make some good tacos. We'll pick it back up once we get those in the oven and start the stuffing process on the Twinkies. Okay, the buzzer just went off, and Rosie's taking her Texas Twinkies out of the oven, and what she's going to do now, she's going to place them right into ice water, and she claims this takes the heat off the peppers because she doesn't like any heat on the peppers. As far as I'm concerned, I would skip this process because I like the heat, but she makes them.
Minutes.
You leave them there for 15 minutes, and that takes the heat element out of the pepper. But sometimes when they make them, they say they're so hot, but I've never got any heat from there. But you know, if I want heat, I could always ring my bell with this bad boy right there. Take a little bite of that, or any other pepper. And I got the cow horns on standby. And then we're gonna start the wrapping process and the stuffing as soon as the 15 minutes are up and the heat reduction of the Twinkies are done. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get the cow horns on the skillet. It's real important that you use a skillet that makes everything drain when you put it in the oven, because you don't want to make a mess in there and drip all over the bottom of your oven, and then you have to clean it. So we use this kind of pan here, which is a drainer. So all the oil is going to dip down into that pan, and you wind up fixing that pan. But we're going to get the cow horns in there right now, along with the Fireball, the Texas Fireball that's already been trizzling in the oven, and now we got the Cowhorns joining the party. Okay, here we go with the secret sauce. It's already made. We had some left over and we saved it, and we're gonna do it again because we eat these a lot. So it's one of our dinners that we always have. So basically, we're gonna go over it. We're going 1 cup of brown sugar, half a cup of ketchup, and a fourth each of vinegar and mustard. And you cook it for 5 minutes, and that's what you got right there. And that's the glaze she's gonna put on the peppers. I don't like the glaze, so she leaves some on the side without the glaze because I just like the natural flavors coming out. But everybody else likes the glaze. I'll eat the glaze, but if I had a choice, if I catch her before she's making them, I'd tell her to put a couple on the side with no glaze at all, just all natural. And of course, I like that's the way I like it. So, but I will eat the ones with the barbecue sauce. They're just as good. But that glaze is good enough for anything: brisket, chicken wings, whatever. It's a good glaze, a good barbecue sauce, and that's what she's gonna do. And we just brought the ingredients out to show y'all what she did, and there it is right there. Okay, the 15 minutes are up of the cool down and the removal of the heat from the peppers, and she's drying them up on a towel, and she's ready to start the stuffing process. And here she goes, working her magic. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. There she goes. She's getting all that goodies in there, nice and tight. And I think oh yeah, there you go. Now she's got the meat, the brisket. She warmed up the brisket. That's easy to work. Oh, she's going with the hand technique. She forget about the spoon. It's better to be hands on. Really get them in there, stuff them in there really good. And here we go with the pork wrap. Yes, very good. There you go. She's wrapping them up. Wow, there she goes. There it is.
There it is.
One to go. One in the hole. So she's getting a little tray together. Oh, she's back and forth on me now. She's putting a move on me. There she goes again with another one. Well, we're going to save y'all the agony of having to watch this stuff, all the peppers. You already got the idea of what she's doing. And using the spoon when she can to get them in there. But when it comes to the beef, it's hands-on with the beef. Yeah, wow. There she goes. Now she's getting the little beef. And guys, y'all can use some pico de gallo. Pico de gallo. You can use carne picada. Carne picada con papas. You can use shredded beef, barbacoa, chicken, leftover barbecue, or whatever you like. You can even do a seafood wrap, Everything goes good with cream cheese. It all comes together, and I'm sure, y'all could come up with another technique or some other ingredients to make it happier. I don't know how much happier they can get than this, but you know what? We'll see. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with the one she makes, but we'll pick it back up once we get them going and put them back in the oven so they can join the party. Okay, people, what we got here is the Cowhorn. The Cowhorn has making his debut. Look at that. That habanero in there. Okay, what we're gonna do now is roll that sucker out of the foil. Here's the second one. Bam. Oh, look at that. Oh, the smell is phenomenal. It smells so good. What we're gonna do here, I'm gonna zap it up with a little bit of onion, add some salt and pepper. But first, I'm gonna cut it up. Get down, Paris. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Texas Fireball, baby. Man, it smells good. So we're gonna. There you go. It's gonna be one of our. Get a little foil out of there. I'm gonna bite right on that. There we go. Man. Gotta hit it with a little bit of lime. Of course, you gotta hit it with lime. 1 lemon or lime, I mean. $0.50 lime, that's what that is. Should be good. I'll give it a little taste. Let's see what we got here. That's delicious. I can make a taco just for that by itself. It's not quite as hot as I thought it was gonna be. But you know, that's me. Rosie, come taste it. See if you think it's hot. Here, I'll just give you a little piece of onion. Just taste that one onion.
Right. Yeah, it's hot.
Oh man, I don't see it. But it's gonna be good. Okay, well, you know, I'm gonna be hitting on this all weekend long. You know, my stomach's lined with steel. Here we go. And there you go. Texas Fireball. You can put a little bit of salt, but I think it's just perfect just the way it is. The consomme has salt. You might put a little bit more lemon. It's up to you, but there it is. That's gonna be part of the meal. Condiments. Texas Fireball. Okay, the Texas Cowhorns are ready. Nice and toasty. So the two have joined the counter, and we're waiting on the Texas Twinkie. So we got the Texas Fireball relish and the Texas Cowhorn. And I already got me a tortilla warming up. I'm fixing to start. This is gonna be our dinner, so I'm ready to go. All right, they just came out the oven and nice and charred a little bit, just right. Rosie just put a little bit of more sauce on there, and of course I like mine without the sauce, but I'm gonna start making a couple of tacos, do a little plating, but here we go, we're good to go. All right, I'm set for the night. I'm done. This is it. Got a few more there. Everybody's getting their plates together, and man, this is it. Call it a meal.